Alright guys, well today we're going to be working on my truck again, and this time we're going to be putting in bigger injectors. We are going to be putting in 5 by 0.016 injectors. These are made by Seth Haley at Haley Speed Innovations. I'll get my light out here, and now we have a lot more light. So first what we're going to do is we're going to undo the injector lines. I believe they are 19 millimeters, and we're just going to try to undo the lines, and hopefully I can just pick them up and kind of scoot them over, get them out of the way enough. And then I got some stuff here to make a tool to pull them, so we will be setting a washer here on top of this, and then the injector will be sticking up through here. So then I've got another smaller washer that is just a smidge smaller, and this nut will screw onto the injectors, and we'll go on here. This is this size is a 1-inch piece of PVC. It's a coupler, so the inside diameter is 1 inch, and this one's 3/4, so the inside diameter of it is 3/4. I don't know yet which one will work for sure. So the outside diameter of the 3/4 is 1 inch. So we have a 24 millimeter socket, deep well, and that should take off the hold down nuts. I've got new washers for all of these injectors. These injectors are used. They were used by Dylan Brown for about 10,000 miles, and so we're going to give them a try. But all right, well, let's get cracking. Let's start taking these lines off. See if I was right about what size they were. Yep, it appears so. So that half is undone. So now maybe we can get the other half to get started. Okay. Alright, I just noticed something. If I go ahead and undo these all the way, I can scoot my nut up, which will make more room to get on the next one, and then the line can push out of the way, and I can scoot the wrench up the nuts and get them to slip, and get it to slip off, so that I can get it back off and turn it around. And now we will try to get it on here the other direction. That's probably loose enough now. Alright, there we go. We got all 6 of those undone. That wasn't too bad. Alright, I need something to stand on. Alright, now we're going to undo the rest of the injector lines on this side. These are going to be a bitch, because they're just hard to get to. But I know they can all be undone with a wrench because I've done it. There we go. Okay, this set of lines I can actually move completely out of the way because the intake does not run through them. So we can just go ahead and set those off to the side. Now we're going to try to get the second set undone. Let's see if we can work around those as well. Oh, there's a fucking... Alright, number 4 is free. Now we're on to number 5. I think I'm going to have to get to this one from under here. And this one doesn't look like that bad of one to get to. Oh, fuck. Sorry, EGT probe. Hitting the shit out of you. Okay. That one should be loose. Yep. It is off. Now, alright, the last and final one on number 6 back here. Alright. Alright, I have 2 injectors out. I have cleaned all the way down in there at the bottoms of those holes. My tool worked pretty well. I just had to trim a little more off of it, like a 1/4 of an inch or so. If you have something that can cut plastic, I mean, it was really pretty easy to trim that to the right size. And then what ended up working for me with whatever length I cut it, I had to use 4 washers. I used 2 of the bigger ones and 1 of the smaller ones. The smaller one will just go over the threads. The bigger ones will go over the entire injector. But they're really not even that tight, so it hasn't been too much trouble. So I guess I'll keep going, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to the last 3. I'm going to have to figure something out because the lines are going to definitely be in the way for those. So I may be able to take that bracket off. That's right here. Off the lines. I might be able to get that thing off, and then I'll be able to just slide the lines that way a lot farther, and hopefully that'll give me enough room, and we'll get the rest of these out of here and get the holes cleaned up and start throwing the new ones in. Alright, I wanted to give you guys a quick shot of me using the tool here. It is on the 3rd injector, and so I will now put my ratchet on it, and now we're going to go ahead and turn it. Let's get the extension on here, hold on. Alright, get that in there. There we go. Just tighten this nut up. Now it gets pretty loose. Alright, you just stop turning and you come get a hold of it, and then you just wiggle it around a little bit and grab a hold of the plastic part, and there you go. I just pulled it out. Now let's take it over here and put it on the bench with the other 2. So here now we'll just get my camera back on. We will just unscrew the nut. There, throw the nut at the camera. Undo my washers there, and the injector is off. Alright, so there we go. That is 2 injectors out. All the washers have came with the injectors so far, which is what is supposed to happen. But they always don't have to. They can stay in the hole, which you have to then get a pick and fish it out. I had to do that on my Mercedes. And the injectors in my Mercedes, oh, they are huge. Let me go get it out. I'll take this one with me to show you guys the difference in these injectors. Here, I'll rip a paper towel here to set this on. So there is that injector. Here is my Mercedes injector. A little bit different. But that's a slight bit different. It gets more the same as it gets down here, and this part is similar to this part, but yep, this is just a lot larger injector, and it is a common rail injector, so that makes a lot of difference. But I just thought I'd show you guys that. I didn't have the GoPro yet when I did that injector job. this paper towel. Fuck it. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to get the rest of them out now, and I'll show you guys progress. Hopefully, once we get start putting some of these in. All right, I've got all 6 of them out. Got all 6 of the caps. All 6 of them came out with their little washers on them. I may try and put these dust seals in next. They look like they're gonna be a pain in the ass, but well, or maybe I should torque them down first, and my friend told me the torque spec is 44 foot-pounds, so I'm going to get the torque wrench out, set it to 44 foot-pounds, and start torquing these mows down, and then I'll try to put those dust seals on real quick. Hopefully that won't be too bad, because, yeah, there's a lot of crap that gets down in there, and I didn't have dust seals before, so I'll have dust seals now. But that should be about it for this part. Then I'll be putting the returns back on. Alright, I've got all 4 injectors on now, or all 6 of the injectors in. Lines are all on. Lines are all on the pump again. It doesn't have any fuel in it, in the lines, but I'm just gonna say heck it, and it'll crank a few more times and it'll start up. It shouldn't be any trouble. Just as long as my batteries aren't too dead to crank it over for like 20 seconds. Alright. So let's see. I'm going to pick up some tools here, then we'll get it started. Get all these tools off of here. I don't want to lose anything. I'll just set everything over here because I need to clean this off anyway. And I need to clean all those injectors and cups up because I've got to sell those, as they are still functioning injectors. I'll leave my light up there because I want to inspect for leaks while it's running. So let's see here. The return is leaking on the first injector. That is fantastic. Let's grab the 10 mil and see if we can grab this rag. Maybe I can wipe a little of the fuel off. You can see it was, well, you probably can't see it, but yeah, it was just gushing fuel out. But it's just the return. So I'm thinking the washer didn't get in there quite, or the copper washer I don't think got in there quite right. Let's see what's going on here. Let's grab a different wrench. Maybe this stubby wrench will get in there a little easier. Maybe it'll be harder. Okay, I can't get that in there either. I have an idea as to what happened here, because this one, the copper washer was, or the, that looks all fine. Well, it looks fine. Okay, let's see if I can grab this banjo. It doesn't look fucked up. The banjo couldn't spin all the way around, so I don't think I got it as tight as I did on the other ones. So what we're going to do is this time I'm going to try putting this one on from the bottom side of the line, so that way the you see how on this one, let me grab the light so you can see better. On that injector, the banjo goes over the line, and over here, well, it's the end So this time I'm gonna put it on the bottom side of the line so it can swing around and hook up. So maybe this time it won't leak. Alright, well, I got that one all on there now. I'm gonna try to fire it up again and we will check for, and we'll re-inspect for leaks. Well, it seems to be running fine.